The wind howled through the ancient oaks, their branches clawed at the crumbling stone walls of Willow Creek Academy. The old boarding school loomed above the quaint town like a watchful gargoyle. New student Emily shivered, clutching her suitcase.
The air grew cold as I approached the iron gates. Willow Creek was a place of whispers. Locals muttered tales of students vanishing. Some said the woods held their secrets. Others swore the school itself was alive. I tried to ignore the stories, telling myself they were just silly rumors. But my heart pounded with a fear I couldn't explain.
The school loomed before her, imposing and gray. Gargoyles leered from the rooftops, their stone eyes seeming to follow her every move. A shiver ran down Emily's spine. An unsettling feeling washed over her. Something was wrong. She could sense it. As she stepped inside, the heavy oak door groaned shut behind her. The sound echoed through the empty halls. Emily was trapped.
Welcome to Willow Creek, Emily.
Mr. Blackwood, the headmaster, was a figure of chilling authority. He greeted Emily with a smile that didn't reach his cold, calculating eyes. His voice was a low murmur, seeming to slither through the silence of his book-lined office. Emily felt a shiver run down her spine. His gaze was intense. It was unnerving.
His voice was smooth as silk, but Emily detected a hidden edge. A darkness lurked beneath the polished facade. He spoke of the school's long history. He talked of tradition and excellence, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Mr. Blackwood's words felt rehearsed. His smile never quite reached his eyes. As she left his office, Emily glanced back. Mr. Blackwood was watching her. His eyes glinted in the dim light. He was a predator studying his prey, and Emily was caught in his web.
The days grew darker. A palpable uneasiness spread through the school. Students whispered in hushed tones. They exchanged nervous glances. I felt an icy hand grip my heart. The stories about Willow Creek were true. I was sure of it.
She began to notice strange occurrences. Whispers followed her in the halls. Shadows danced at the edge of her vision. And a cold draft seemed to follow her wherever she went. Her room felt different, colder, as if an unseen presence lingered there.
Late one night, I stumbled upon a hidden room. It was tucked away in the school's dusty attic. Inside, I found old journals. They belonged to students from long ago. The faded ink spoke of strange rituals. There were stories of disappearances. And a name appeared again and again. Mr. Blackwood. Fear coiled in my stomach. I knew I had uncovered something sinister, something dark and dangerous. And it was connected to Mr. Blackwood.
The disappearances began soon after. One by one, students vanished. They left no trace.
Panic gripped Willow Creek. The whispers turned into screams, but Mr. Blackwood remained calm. He assured everyone that the students had simply run away.
But Emily knew better. She found cryptic messages scrawled on the bathroom mirrors. They were written in a language she didn't recognize, but the fear in those faded letters was unmistakable. Emily felt a growing sense of dread. She was running out of time. Then she disappeared.
Muffled sounds of panic.
Chuckling coldly.
You have something that belongs to me, Emily. Something I need to complete the ritual.
Emily awoke in darkness. She was bound and gagged. Panic surged through her. She struggled against her restraints, but it was no use. She was trapped. Mr. Blackwood's voice was cold and cruel as he stepped into the flickering light of a single candle. In his hand he held a ceremonial dagger. It glinted wickedly in the dim light. His eyes glowed with an unnatural light. Emily's blood ran cold. She was the key, the sacrifice. The air crackled with energy. Mr. Blackwood began to chant. The words were ancient, powerful. Emily struggled against her bonds. She had to stop him, but it was too late. A shadowy figure emerged from the circle. It was grotesque and terrifying. Its eyes blazed with malevolent hunger. Mr. Blackwood had summoned something truly evil.
Screaming.
But her cries were swallowed by the darkness. The creature lunged. Its claws tore through the air, eager for their prize. Emily closed her eyes. This was the end. Willow Creek fell silent. The darkness consumed everything. No one ever dared to approach the school again. For they knew that something evil lurked within its walls. Something hungry, something patient, waiting for its next victim.